Hello everyone, my name is Kushal and today we are going to discuss about our new topic that is a OOPS concept, that is object oriented programming. So in object oriented programming we have to deal with class, object and reference variable. So let's just discuss one by one. So first is what is class? So class is nothing but a combination of variables and different methods, or we can also call as class is a blueprint to construct any object. Now what is object? So each physical existence of a class is nothing but a object. And what is reference variable? So it is a use to access any functionality of object. Reference variable, so means if I want to access any method and variables, then reference variable is must. So if I want to find out the relation between the class and object, is nothing but a, I can say that one to many relationship. It means one class have many object. Now I just define one class and just I will explain each and every parameter inside a class. So it is just a sample example I will take here. So this is nothing but a class student I take, and inside that I just write one init method and define a self inside it. Don't worry, I just explain each and everything here. And what I have to do now, I just create instant variable here, and so what I did up till now is that I just first define a class, which is the name of class is student. So when we want to define a class, we just use a keyword class and write the name of class. Inside that, this I use a init method, and in that init method, what is the underscore underscore init is nothing but a constructor. The use of this constructor is to create an object. Now the first parameter inside a constructor is self, as it is a reference variable and it points to the current object. Now I just defined two different variable, name and roll number, and this is a way to create a instant variable, that is self dot the variable is equal to variable and self dot roll number is equal to our this roll number. So this is a way to define a instant variable. Now I just write one method, suppose display, and call the that our reference variable self inside that, and now I just print put the variables here. So I just use fstring method. My name is self dot name, I want to print here, and my roll number is, I just print here my roll number, that is self dot roll number, and I just finish the f string here. And after that, now I just create a object. So suppose I just create an object called a, and I call the class first, and inside the class I have to define the name first, because I initiate the two variables here, that is name and roll number. So I must have to give the value of that variable. So suppose I give here name as Virat and roll number as, don't need to provide string, roll number as 18. And if I call the method a.display and if I run it, then the output is my name is Virat and my roll number is 18. So in this way we have to create a class. So let's take a look that first we define a class by using a word class and its name, that is student. So this is whole is a student class. Whole class is a student class. Inside that first I create a init method. Init is nothing but a constructor which is used to create an object. First parameter is inside init method is self, which is a reference variable and it points to a current object. Now name and roll number, these two are variables. After the self I use, then this is a way to initiate the instant variable or create an instant variable. After that I define one method and I print one statement inside that, and I just use the instant variable inside that, whatever the instant variable I provide while calling the function, please print with that. And this is a method for printing, abstring method. In that we just use the f, and after the string we have to print here, and inside the curly braces we have to provide the variables inside instance variable. And then I create one object here, that is a, and call the student and provide the values for name and roll number, two variables, and call the our method after that, and I just run. So I hope that you just understand what is a class and what are the different parameters inside it and what's its use. So let's just do one example by yourself, and I hope you will clarify each and every concept inside it. So thank you for watching.